If you're a girl, I can guarantee that you've probably experienced this. The slightly soul-crushing experience of trying on a million items from your closet and hating absolutely everything until you have a giant pile of clothes on your bed and you're no closer to finding an outfit that actually makes you feel good about yourself. I've been here way too many times, and if I could go back and talk to high school me, college me, even current me, this is what I would tell her. This is how to build a wardrobe you actually like, even if you're insecure. Let's talk about clothes, baby. Let's talk about what you're wearing. I did not spill that. You did not see anything. I never film in the bedroom for a couple reasons. One, it's a mess. I am blocking the mess with my body. But also it just kind of feels not usually appropriate, but for this video, we're talking about clothes. It makes sense for us to do this in the room where I dress every day. Hi. Welcome into the video. This video means a lot to me to be making because this is the video that my younger self needed when she was just overwhelmed with trying to figure out what clothes made her feel good. This has been something that I have been wrestling with for years. I've talked about it in my closet clean out videos that I've made. Trying to craft a wardrobe that genuinely makes you feel comfortable and confident in what you're wearing is incredibly hard, especially if you're someone who struggles with insecurity or has had just like feelings about their body, which I feel like all of us have. I've had many moments where I'm just ripping through my closet trying to find an outfit and nothing is fitting the way I want it to. I'm not loving how anything looks on me, and it can become very personal very quickly when you're not happy with your clothes. If you don't feel comfortable and confident in the clothes you own, the problem is not with you. Let's start there. It's not a personal issue. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the clothes that you have. There's a misalignment between your wardrobe and what clothes would genuinely fit who you are and what you like. And with a few little tips and steps, a few adjustments to how you're shopping when you go shopping can make all the difference in how you feel day to day in the clothes that you're wearing. So let's get into how to build a wardrobe you actually like, even if you're insecure. Picking out clothes is kind of similar to dating in the sense that everyone has very specific taste for what they like in clothing. Everyone's taste is unique and there's no right and wrong answers. And that kind of leads to my first tip, which is just to release the idea of what you feel like you should be wearing. Sometimes we like the idea of a certain style or a certain clothing piece a lot more than we like the reality of wearing it. Just because you like something on other people doesn't mean that you're going to like it on yourself. And that has been a massive realization for me. Something that comes to mind for me is I really like kind of businessy style. I think blazers are really cool and I love them on other people, but personally, whenever I put them on, I feel ridiculous. And this is something I've learned about myself. I've tried to buy them. I have some in my closet. Do I wear them? No. You might really like the cottagecore style on other people, but you put it on and suddenly you feel uncomfortable, you feel ridiculous, and you just don't want to go out into the world like that. That's fine. If you're a Pinterest girl, if you've ever taken a scroll on Pinterest, I'm sure you know what I mean when I say that there are lots of outfits and looks that you might like on Pinterest and you might like on your Pinterest board, but that does not directly translate to what you like on you. This isn't to say that you should limit yourself from trying things, right? If you really like a style, go for it, test it out. But if you try that thing out and you realize you don't feel comfortable in it, you don't feel confident in it, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means that there's a discrepancy between what you might like the idea of and what you actually feel comfortable and confident in. For example, my taste when it comes to outfits that I appreciate online is a lot bolder and a lot more trendy, I would say, than what I actually wear in my day-to-day life. The thing you want to be paying attention to is not so much, do I like this clothing item on paper, but more so, do I like the reality of wearing it? Do I like how I feel in it? Is it comfortable for me? Do I feel good going around my life in this clothing item? Another great example, heels. Love heels, think they're beautiful, can appreciate them to death on other people. Will you catch me walking around in heels? No. And every time I try, I'm in pain, I'm complaining. Heels just don't work on me, okay? They're uncomfortable, they don't work with my feet, I'm not built for it. And that's fine. And accepting that and realizing that I should probably steer clear of heels when I'm shopping makes sure that I'm not buying shit that I'm not gonna wear or that I'm gonna feel bad about wearing. And that's key. learning from your fashion mistakes and teaching yourself about your own preferences through the mistakes you've made, through the pieces you've bought and never worn, or that you bought and feel insecure every time you put it on. Take notes because you're learning more and more about your personal tastes in clothing. That kind of leads us into the next tip, which is to pay attention to your turn-ons and turn-offs when it comes to clothes. Again, going back to the dating analogy, right? We have years of history of what we like in clothes. We've been wearing clothes for a long ass time, you know? But sometimes I feel like we kind of ignore the evidence, the history. We try to be in blissful ignorance of like, okay, I've bought 7 corset tops and haven't worn any of them, but this one's gonna be different, so I'm gonna go for it. And again, I'm not trying to discourage away from a little experimentation, a little testing your bounds, maybe having a little fun with your closet. We love that. However, don't ignore the evidence that you've collected, okay? You probably know a lot more about your clothing preferences than you realize you do. And once you start kind of creating a mental or physical list of the things that you do and do not like in clothes, the shopping process becomes way easier. Just some examples. Things that I like in clothes. I know that I like halter necklines. I find those super flattering on my body personally. I generally like crop tops. You'll very rarely catch me purchasing a longer top because I've been there, I've done that, I know I don't wear them. Tight pants. Not many of those in my closet. If a clothing piece is tight, I will not wear it. I just won't. I know this about myself. There's certain fabrics that I will immediately rule out because I know I don't like how it feels. There's certain brands where I've had enough bad experiences that I just steer clear at this point. These are the things that I've picked up over time, right? This is not a all at once sort of realization. This is all research that I've been collecting over the past several years. And the more that I stick to those rules and realizations, the more luck that I have with my clothes, and the more I find pieces I genuinely like, because it's a lot easier for me to rule out the no's that I know are not going to work on me. Another thing that I think is really great is picking a color palette for your closet. Again, this doesn't have to be extremely strict, but just knowing a general set of colors that you like on yourself and that just kind of match your personal aesthetic. Like my clothing color palette is very similar to my home color palette, very similar to my color palette for everything. I like a lot of neutrals, earthy tones. As I'm wearing a bright blue top, I do have a few pops of color in my closet, but generally that's what I know I like. I wear a lot of black. I feel like it's the color that looks best on me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This color palette thing is something that every time I stray from it, every time I buy kind of a risky color that I don't normally wear, 9 times out of 10, I end up regretting that purchase. So it's really something that I'm like, okay, Brielle, let's be real here. Does this match with the colors that you like? Another tip that has become my bread and butter, I do always need to remind myself, I need to kick myself in the butt about this sometimes because it's very easy to forget it. Ruthless shopping. If you are in the dressing room trying something on and you have any of these thoughts, I like this, but like, I'm not sure exactly how I would wear it, but I guess I could figure it out. Or I think I like this, but I'm not entirely sure. Or I guess I could make this work. It's good enough. Maybe if I lose a little weight, this will look good on me. No. If you are not absolutely in love with the piece, if you can't picture yourself wearing it literally tomorrow and feeling comfortable and confident and amazing, do not purchase that thing. You know that piece of clothing is going to sit in your closet. If you do not like how that piece looks on you today and you cannot picture an exact scenario in which you would wear it, do not buy it. The mental toll that having dissatisfactory items in your closet can take on you, I know it sounds ridiculous, but genuinely, like, you don't need that weight. Every time you go through your closet, you're just gonna be like, oh, this piece again, why did I buy this? Do I get rid of it? Do I keep it? And it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary drama. So cut that shit out. There's so much clothes out there. There's so many stores, so many opportunities to shop. And also like your wallet will thank you. Just don't buy shit that's just like, okay. You deserve to buy stuff that you love. You deserve to feel amazing in your clothes. Another tip that I feel like we've kind of brushed the surface of, but I'm just gonna say it specifically because it's important. Comfort is key. It doesn't matter how cute a fucking item of clothes is. If you're not comfortable in it, you're either not gonna wear it or you're gonna wear it and you're gonna be freaking miserable the whole time. Again, a lesson that I've learned the hard way because I have bought things where I'm like, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but like I would wear it for the look, I would wear it for the vibe. No, you won't, girl. No, you won't. And everyone has a different code of what they're comfortable in, right? It's something that you have to figure out for yourself. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm a big crop tops girl. Other people could feel the exact opposite. They could be uncomfortable every time they put a crop top on, but feel like they need to wear it to be like trendy and young. There's no rules. There's no rules to how you dress. Learn what personally you're comfortable in, what fabrics, materials, cuts, what level of tightness you find comfortable. We're kind of done with the whole beauty is pain philosophy, okay? Beauty shouldn't have to be pain. Hot take, if you buy something uncomfortable, you might put it on for like 2 seconds, but you're gonna get sick of that real quick. You're gonna end up back in your comfort clothes, and all of this can be avoided if we just strive for comfort as one of the requirements for the items that we're buying. Another thing, be okay with outfit repeating. In fact, be okay with a lot of outfit repeating. I wear the same black tank tops in like 90% of my videos. Sure, I could maybe spice things up a little visually if I had some more variety to my outfits, but those are my comfort pieces. And once you discover a comfort piece, something that always makes you feel confident, always makes you feel put together, genuinely makes you feel good about yourself, don't feel any type of way about continuously wearing it over and over. Wear that shit into the ground. A few good fitting basics are the core of my wardrobe. Nothing revolutionary, literally just like plain tanks and bottoms that like are my uniform, and I'm okay with that. The confidence that you'll get from being in something that you feel good about is way more important than any fashion points you could get from mixing it up a little bit more. Last but not least, don't be afraid to size up. How you feel about your clothes and body image slash confidence in your appearance, it's all very, very linked. Like I said, comfort is key. And if you're wearing clothes that are too tight on you, that maybe used to fit you but no longer do, or clothes that you bought with that thought of, if I slim down a little bit, I'll be able to wear this. If I lose a little weight, this will look amazing. Get rid of those clothes. Don't be afraid to go a size up, to have things fit a little looser. It's a lot more comfortable. Chances are you'll feel a lot more confident and good in those clothing items because you're not squeezing to get into them and feeling some type of way. They're gonna fit you better. Like, I really prefer when clothes fit me a little looser. I don't like when like fabric is digging into my skin. I don't like how it looks. I don't like how it feels. And so I've learned to be comfortable and gravitate towards going a size bigger than maybe I think I would normally. It matters so much more how the clothes feels on you than it does you remaining at some arbitrary size number that you want to stay at, you know? Sizing up in a lot of my like pants and shorts was such a liberating and nice change that I made to my wardrobe that just made for a lot more options that actually fit me when I go into my closet. When you go into your closet, you want as few items as possible to be, I can't wear that because X. You should be able to wear like all of your clothes right now today. You should be comfortable in all of your clothes right now today. You should fit into all of your clothes right now today. And if that's not the case, then this is a sign that maybe you need to do a little closet purge. You need to do some shopping with the tips and tools that I gave you in this video and just kind of build a wardrobe that you love, because you deserve to have a wardrobe you love and it's possible for you to have clothing that you love. I hope this video was valuable to you. If this is your first time on the channel, hi, my name is Brielle. I make content about life in my 20s, personal development, productivity. If any of that interests you, make sure to subscribe. If you like this video, would strongly recommend checking out my closet purges. Very linked to some of the stuff that we talked about. I'll have them linked in the description. All right, peace.